good start for us. I think guys were a little nervous, just had a little first game jitters, being at home. When we settled down and we really played our style, shared the basketball. We had a lot of assisted baskets in the first half, and that continued in the second half. So overall, we're pleased. We know that the talent level is about to go up another level as we start our non-conference, and obviously a huge level once we start in SEC play. But we feel good about how we're trending and the things that we're doing, and continuing to be who we want to be and build our identity as a defensive team.
Questions for the guys?
Scotty, what was it like to put on the black and gold for the first time?
Yeah, it was fun. I'm going out there playing against another team, but it was good winning it in the win with my team and just finally going against new competition. This is my first college game, but it's good to get a win.
Any nervousness with your dad in the stands, or are you used to that?
No, I'm used to my dad being in the stands, but it was just cool just to finally play with him, not yelling at me.
That's reserved for me now.
How about playing for Coach Stackhouse? That's got to be pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely excited. Playing with Coach, just starting my season here, I feel it's gonna be exciting.
Saben, a little bit of a different role for you coming off the bench, maybe not having to play the point all the time like you did in the last year. What's that like? How do you like that?
It's definitely an adjustment, but I trust Coach Stackhouse and what he's doing for the team. I know he's going to put me and the team in positions to win and be successful. So it's a different role, but I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help the team win.
And Saben, can you talk about this team's chemistry? It looked like everything was flowing well on the floor.
We're a close team. We all hang out, joke outside of the locker room, outside of practice and stuff. And then just being here in the summer, and then the past couple months, we've been just playing against each other and just learning each other's tendencies.
Saben, can you talk about the difference in Coach Drew last year and Coach Stackhouse in the huddle, the demeanor on the sideline, that kind of thing?
They're both great coaches. It's definitely different, but each of them have their strengths. But I'm just excited to be here with Coach Stackhouse and just bringing wins in Memorial.
Saben, what's different about the offense? What adjustments do you have to make? Because you're used to running other systems, changing to somebody else's way. Has that been a challenge at all?
At first it was challenging, but we played in the summer. Just countless reps of trying to get what Coach Stackhouse wants us to do and what he wants us to bring to the table each and every day. So at first it was difficult, but I feel like we're transitioning well.
Any more for the guys? Okay. Thanks,
Good job.
Jerry, can you talk about this starting lineup? Is this something we might see, or is this an experimental thing?
We're gonna base probably a lot of our starting lineups on defense, and that's why Max is a guy that we're starting because of the energy that he brings on the defensive end. That's how we have to set the tone. Everybody can score. Everybody in our league can score. Who can figure out how we can defend. Not to say that Saban's not I just think we can save him some time. We more than likely. We played. He didn't start last game. This game was a little different, but he still led us in minutes. He's going to be a high minutes guy for us, and could be some games that we like a matchup to where he will start the game. But I just think his where he wants to go and his focus and possibly playing at the next level. Tell these guys all the time that every NBA team has their starting 8. They have their first 8 guys. They got to try to find a way to fit in from 9 to 15. And that's being able to do all the dirty things, showing that you can come off the bench. That could be attractive for him, for the next level. So, but not about who's starting, it's about who's finishing the game, for me. And I think the guys, and it could be any number of guys finishing, but as I see it right now, could be a heavy trend of, obviously with Saben, Scotty, and Aaron, and then, depending on who we're playing, and we could slide down, maybe get Aaron to play some 4. We even have Max out there because he's just such a bear pressure in the ball. None of those guys pressure the ball the way he does, and he can change and affect games just without even scoring the basketball, and that's who we want to be as a group.
about not where you start, but where you finish. Is this about where you thought your team would start, or are they in that progress that you thought?
Yeah, I think they're ahead of the game. You know, they got a lot. They got a huge package of stuff. You know, I mean, I think they're just smart guys. They understand what we're trying to do, and now it's just about continuing to get the reps to where they feel comfortable with the continuity of what we're doing, with the timing of what we're doing, maintaining the spacing of what we're trying to do on the offensive end. It's almost the exact opposites. We want spacing and we want room to work on the offensive end, and we want to keep everything tight and really hard to penetrate on the defensive end. So, but they know it. They understand it. That's the thing about it, where it's not anyone's guessing about what they should do. I mean, do they do it every time? No. But if that was the case, then I wouldn't need a job. But that's my job, to make sure that we reinforce it and make sure that they that we stick to them and we hold them accountable for it.
How'd you feel about the way Scotty ran the team?
He starts the game for us. So I feel great about what he brings to the table. He just has a natural feel. He's played the position all of his life. He understands that he needs to get guys involved. He knows when to pick his spots and able to go and create for himself. He's getting better at just understanding what he needs to do on the defensive end. Getting into the ball more. I think it's a lost art of being able to have your primary ball handler get into the ball. But the good thing about it, he can pick his spots. You got a guy like Max, who can really get into the ball and turn the ball. Then he can go off on shooters and almost not necessarily rest on defense, but don't have to carry the brunt of having to turn the point guard and wear him down the way we would like to. So that's a plus. And then again, it gives the role that I kind of see Saben in right now, just allows him to be stronger later on in the games. I mean, there's probably no doubt in my mind that he would probably be 1 and 2 as far as minutes played for us. Just kind of a way we feel that we can start and best utilize the personnel that we have right now.
How representative was what you guys put out there tonight? Is that consistent with what you did well, what you maybe don't do as well in practice? How representative is what we saw tonight of what you have seen over the past few months?
Yeah, I mean, it's who we are. It's who we, the defensive part is what I like the most. We held the team to 36% shooting for the game. The three-point percentage is a little higher than I probably would like. It's right there at 34, 35, which would probably be, pretty decent across the country. But I love to get that number a little bit lower. And rebounding the ball, I think that's something we have little spells in practice where we don't rebound it as well as I think we should against each other. We did okay tonight, but I think that's going to have to be something that we have to. Because we're not a huge team, we're not a big team. We got some length, but we don't have a lot of big bodies. And as Edge is still, he's still getting back into the flow. From a guy that didn't play at all last year as a red shirt, didn't play a lot, prior to that. Just trying to get him comfortable being on the floor, because we're gonna need him. We're gonna need his size, and I think he can. He'll continue to work and get better, and be able to help us in some of those areas.
Cleveland didn't play tonight. How soon do you think he can get back?
I think he could have played tonight if it was, if tonight was opening night, he would have been able to play tonight. We just were being extra cautious with him. Right now, I just want to see him get, whenever he having a little hamstring or injuries, and those things can linger on if you don't allow him to heal. But he's been doing all non-contact stuff, so I don't think it's a big issue. But he's a huge part of what we're doing. I mean, he's a starting center for us, no question about it. And his ability to step out on the floor and make threes and stretch the defense from that standpoint, as well as be a rim protector for us. So we'd be happy to get Cleveland back. I was impressed with some of the things Otan did tonight. Matt, as well. He played some 5 for us tonight. He's going to be like a Swiss Army knife for us. Just to be able to kind of plug him in a lot of different ways. And he's always going to bring energy. Sometimes too much energy, but that's Matt.
First game with these guys. special for you? What went through your mind leading up to it?
No, I mean, for me, it's about these guys. It's about them and trying to get them to where we're able to compete at a high level consistently. You know, I mean, we went and had a scrimmage, and and they got a taste of victory. You know, that's what that's what they needed. They needed a little jolt of confidence, and I think they got that last weekend. And I think this gives them some confidence as well. And hopefully, this we continue to get wins and continue to build our confidence to where they know that we're a good team and we have a chance to win every time we step on the floor. If we come out and commit to the defensive end and commit to sharing the ball the way we did. I mean, there was some beautiful possessions of how the ball moved around for us tonight, and when that happens, good things tend to happen for your team.
And what did you like from Dylan Disu tonight?
Dylan is, he's a kid that can really shoot the ball, stretch the floor. Whenever he gets an open look with some separation, I want him to shoot the basketball. I mean, he's a guy that he's probably, if you just go down the list right now, probably our best shooters, he's in the top 3. I mean, probably say Aaron's the best shooter, and probably DJ Harvey, who's obviously having to sit out this year, is next, and right there is Dylan Disu, at a 6'9", 6'10", stretch 4. So we're happy to have him back healthy. He has a motor going to the offensive board. So I mean, everything, like, we want our 4s and 5s going to the boards every time. And a couple times he missed it, and I got on him in practice, and now I don't have to worry about it. When that shot goes up and he doesn't shoot it, he's going to the board to try to get a hand on it. So he's going to be really good for us, and just his ability to make plays off the dribble. Having some 4 and 5 pick and rolls. As we get into our package a little bit more. We know how some of these tapes float around, so we didn't get into a lot of our stuff yet, and I don't think we got a huge package of stuff, and we're going to try to keep it simple and just kind of gradually expand it as the season goes on.
Last one for Coach. That's it. All right, thanks, Coach.
Cool.
Appreciate it.